Alright, hello everyone. We can get started on today's session, which is going to be short and sweet. باسكو رانا كوفرينا كامل الحوايج اللي نحتاجوهم في normal application كيما creating routes. Bon, I will share my screen. ما قالي ما نحتاجوهاش بس it's better to watch something غير هكذا. الحوايج اللي كوفرينا كيفاش نخدمو كيفاش نكريو بروجي تاع Next.js. بعد كوفرينا البروجيكت ستراكشر الفيلوسفي تاع Next.js وش هما الكلاينت كومبوننتس وش هما السيرفر كومبوننتس. كوفرينا ثاني كيفاش نقدروا بيان سور كيفاش نزيدوا الانتراكتيفيتي للابليكيشن تاعنا. الانتراكتيفيتي هي كي كليكيو باتن، مثلا كي واحد يكليكي باتن ولكن نحب نديرو كشما سيرفر ريكويست، كيفاش نقدروا هاد الحاجه نديروها بون عبر اننا نستخدموا كلاينت كومبوننتس. عرفنا كيفاش وش هو الافونتاج تاع سيرفر كومبوننتس اللي راح يخلونا نكريو كومبوننتس اللي كي يبعثوا ولا كي يطلبهم البراوزر تاعنا راح يرجعوا له HTML و CSS واجد في بلاصه ما يبعثوا له جافا سكريبت، ومن بعد جافا سكريبت هذاك هو اللي يكري هذاك الكومبوننت ولا هذوك الاليمنتس يكريوهم لنا في الباجه تاعنا في البراوزر بيج تاعنا. تعلمنا كيفاش نديرو باك اند راوتس ديريكتومون في Next.js using get requests tag get requests post put everything that we can ask for. So we have an application that's kind of more or less ولا عندنا كامل لي برانسيب اللي نحتاجوهم باش نبنو ابليكاسيون اللي تكون useful. بقى برك بيان سور اننا نديبلويوها. و كيما الفيلوسفي تاع Next.js هي واحدة من الفيلوسفيز، ما نعرف إذا حاجة شغل معترف بها، مي شغل between the lines نقدروا نشوفوا بلي كل حاجة اللي نقدروا نديروها في فريموركس واحد اخرين نقدروا نديروها بشكل اكثر بساطة، يعني simpler مع Next.js. إذا حبينا نبنو routes it's simpler. data fetching it's simpler. I don't know, all kinds of functionalities they are simpler. ديجا Next.js هو a partner رسمي Vercel. ممكن نحوس على Vercel Next.js server components. Next.js نوعا ما بارتنر رسمي تاع رياكت. التيم تاع رياكت اللي يخدم @meta ولا يعني الاوبن سورس اتس اوبن سورس وي، مي ليتس سي الكور تيم ولا الكور تيم اللي يدير الفيزيون تاع الفريم ورك اللي هو رياكت، اللي هو اكثر فريم ورك مشهور بيان سور في الديفلوبمون ويب، يستعرفوا بالNext.js كواحد من لي برينسيبل فريم وركس اللي فيه يتستيو all kinds of new concepts, all kinds of زعما الكاتينج ايدج تاع رياكت. بار اكزومبل كي خرجوا هادو السيرفر كومبوننتس اللي حنايا كفريناهم، هادو سيرفر كومبوننتس دوكا راهم الكاتينج ايدج تاع رياكت. مي حنا عبر Next.js سامبليفياو لنا، تسمى رانا نخدموا بحاجه اللي راهي كاتينج ايدج. حاجه واحده اخرى اللي راهي كاتينج ايدج واللي راهي بدات تظهر في Next.js اللي هي client ولا server actions. server actions هو مازال ما خرجوش حتى ما همش ريليست في stable ريليس تاع رياكت، مي راهم ديسپونيبل في Next.js. انا ما كوفريتهمش هنايا باسكو باش نقدروا نخدموا بهذو server actions لازم ليترالي نخدموا بفيرسيون تاع رياكت لي experimental. تما كي تستالي لي رياكت في بلاصه ما تخير الليتست ريليس تخير واحده experimental. مي هادو ما راح يسمحوا لنا في المستقبل اننا نكريو يعني هذا السيرفر اكشنز حاجه جديده جات في رياكت، راح يسمحوا لنا في بلاصه ما نديرو فيتش ريكويست، في بلاصه ما نديرو هذو الاي بي اي راوتس نكتبوا برك فانكشن. المايك تاعك راه هكا يسوي في بلاصه ما نكتبوا اي بي اي ريكويست or fetch request par exemple، في بلاصه ما نكتبوا back end route. اذا كان عندنا فورم par exemple نقدروا نكتبوا function ليها لو كان نجيبو اكزومبل هنا وين وين كيما هذا، نكتبوا فانكشن نسموها بار اكزومبل ابديت ايتم ونمدوها ديريكتومون للفون. هذه الحاجه راهي راهي شغل الكاتينج ايدج الاخر تاع الاخر تاع رياكت. مي الاول اللي راهو ادوبتي فيها وبروبابلي البلاصه وين راح تولي تستخدم بزاف هي نيكست جي اس. بون هذه خلينا نفهموا باللي نيكست جي اس يجيب الحاجه الاخرى كامل و نجيب الحاجه الاخرى كامل ويسمبلي فيها يسمبلي فيها لينا حنايا كديفلوبرز باش نخدموا بها. نفس الشيء يديروا مع ديبلويمنت، معناها كيفاش ترجع السيت تاعك ديسپونيبل في في اسمه في الانترنت بيسيكلي في الويب. مع other frameworks could be complicated، create multiple servers you configure nginx apache 2 ما نش عارف شنو make sure that it's running on https all of that. But there is a simpler way to create something to host our Next.js applications. Not only host it مي host it بطريقة اللي ثاني cutting edge، اللي ثاني تشغل فيها الاخر تاع التكنولوجيز تاع هوستينغ ويب سايتس في الويب. كاين بزاف دي زوتي يديروا هذه الحاجه وتقريبا all of them support Next.js. نذكروا بعض منهم كيما نتلفاي كيما فيرسل كيما نتلفاي كيما ثاني وشنو كيف اسمه فيرسل نتلفاي. actually let's search هكذا نتلفاي ولا فيرسل alternatives. هنايا هذا الالترناتيف زعما ويب فلو ما يهمناش فيه، هذا جيت هاب انا نخدموا به. حنا نحوسوا هذا امازون اي دبليو اس تاع امازون و ديجيتال اوشن، وكاينين بار اكزومبل ازور وكاين جوجل كلاود. هذوما كامل يمدوا كلاود سيرفيسز باش تهوستي السيت ويب تاعك. الحاجه سبيسيال بار اكزومبل في فيرسل اللي راح نخدموا به دوكا، اللي راح نخدموا به اليوم، واللي انا اي ريكومند وي ورك ولا يو ورك وذ specifically ولا especially for Next.js apps. سي كو first of all Vercel شراو Next.js. Next.js is an open source project، مي Vercel acquired هذا ال open source project. تسمى راهم يخدموا التعاون بيناتهم لتسيس فيري داخلين متشابكين في بعضهم. تسمى اني بزاف من الفيتشرز اللي خرجوهم فيرسل ولا اللي يكونوا في نيكست جي اس يبنوا لهم سوا كيفاش تهوستيهم في فيرسل، ولا اذا كانت حاجه في فيرسل اللي اذا كاين حاجه في نيكست جي اس فيرسل يبنوا ولا يوبتيميزيو اللي سيرفيس تاعهم ليها. مي تقدروا تجيبوا نفس ال behavior which we will mention in a second by going نقدروا نفوتوا برك على هذا السيت ويب تاعهم نشوفوا why they are هذوما new let's call them a new generation of hosting your website. وش هي الديفيرونس بيناتهم وبين par exemple واحد كيما ديجيتال كلاود ولا كيما AWS or جوجل كلاود بروفايدر ولا ازور تاع مايكروسوفت. نقدروا نفوتوا على هذو الوالا AWS و Azure وهذو جوجل كلاود كامل عندهم بزاف دي سيرفيس هما اورينتين لكامل الانواع تاع لي زابليكاسيون. و لي زابليكاسيون كاين بزاف، يعني كي نقول ابليكاسيون قصدي ويب ابليكيشنز. كاين بزاف انواع تاع ويب ابليكيشنز. هادو البيج بروفايدرز ليتس سي تاع الكلاود يسيو يجي تارجتيو يحوسوا يجيبوا كامل الناس يخدموا عندهم. تسمى ما همش اوبتيميزي للتيب تاع الابليكاسيون تاعنا، مي عندهم دي سيرفيس اللي يسمحوا لنا نهوستيو الابليكيشن تاعنا فول ستاك تاع نيكست جي اس. كيما عندهم واحد السيرفيس اسمه AWS EC2، كاينين واحد اخرين كيما AWS لامدا، وعندهم نسيت اسمها راحت لي اسمها. مي هذوما كامل they are competitors لفيرسل. مي they are separate. شغل in order to use all of them لازم لك تكون a DevOps person. ماشي DevOps person مي لازم لك تقرا عليهم. كاين بزاف دي سيرتيفيكاسيون تاع AWS اللي لازم تجوزهم، وماشي لازم تجوزهم مي باش تولي تخدم بالبلاتفورم تاعهم بيان لازم تجوز هذوك لي سيرتيفيكاسيون. حنا ما نهمناش في كامل هذو، نحاولوا نسامبليفيو حياتنا as easy as much as possible. تما نولوا لهذو لي بلاتفورم اللي مبنيين للنوع تاع الابليكاسيون اللي رانا نبنوا فيها، اللي هي هذه الفول ستاك مودرن very latest cutting edge type of framework اللي هو Next.js، ولا اللي كاينين واحد اخرين كيما استرو، واحد اخرين كيما هكذا. هذو Vercel و others market themselves as being the cloud for those kinds of applications. هنا they're saying for front end، مي لو كان نهبطوا غير شويه نقدروا نلقاو باللي par exemple they target AI apps marketing. This is different مي still هذو كامل يتطلبوا انك you have a back end. وش offer you هذا Vercel و by extension Netlify. But since we are not going to talk about Netlify, assume باللي اي حاجه تقدر ديرها في Vercel more or less تقدر ديرها في Netlify. مي كما قلت لكم Vercel they own one of their products is Next.js. so we should use Vercel مع حوايج اللي نقدروا نديروهم في Vercel of course deploy. مي يقولوا بلي you can scale your application, make it secure, make it faster, etc. how can you do that? let's read on نشوفوا الفيتشرز تاعهم. they talk about كيفاش هما يتارجتيو ولا عندهم all kinds of clients. for example perplexity هي اللي نورمالمون راهم يكرييو في AI اللي راح يرومبلاسينا سوا ديزون نورمالمون اللي هو ديفن. نو ماشي هو never mind, so I'm thinking about someone another company. المهم they target all kinds of markets. that's good for us. نعرفوا باللي عندهم big clients كيما runway ولا كيما وراهم نورمالمون نوشن كانت معاهم هنا. Notion, Adobe, Zapier, Loom, Neo, they're all big companies. Unity par exemple, Nintendo, Meta ثاني. Right, so they have many big clients. They integrate directement مع Git. It's still working. They integrate directement مع Git و GitHub باش الديبلويمنتس تاعك يكونوا automatic. حاجة بزاف important. they allow for multiple people in a team to be working together. هذه حاجة مهمة في التيمز. احنا ما نش نخدموا في تيم مي it's still important باسكو في الديبلويمنت par exemple يكونوا عندنا بزاف developers assume par exemple ولا suppose بلي راكم تخدموا على كشما بروجي مع بينوم. let's say بينوم you're working on a web project. deployments في بلاصة ما واحد يكون يعرف يديرهم ويكون يجيريهم. both people يكونوا يقدروا يجيريوهم ويخدموا deployments so they assure everything is working correctly باش واحد ما يكون bottleneck للآخر. another thing that they allow for ولا that they provide هي observability. تسمى provide you very easily without scroll دير too many external packages ولا you can see analytics. you can see analytics for visitors par exemple. شحال من واحد زار السيت ويب ولا الابليكيشن تاعك، شحال من واحد من وين جاو ثاني، وش من بلاد هما. they allow also for speed analytics كيما par exemple تشوف اسكو الابليكاسيون تاعك عندها good core web vitals. كيما core web vitals are هما الحاجة اللي جوجل ranks السيت ويب تاعك عليها في السيرش انجنز. so it's very important. so إذا كنت you rank higher on Google means more users means whatever you want. it means more money, more impact, more anything that you seek. more users equals good. that's the main idea. so analytics very simple. no need to ever كيفاش يقولوا set up any kind of external package to I don't know create some kind of complicated code. no, they provide everything built in. they also provide instant rollbacks which is very important. مادام ينتجريو مليح مع جيت هاب. ايماجينيو نخرجوا we release a version of our application اللي يكون new, basically a new feature, وتكون ما تكونش بيان، تكون فيها bugs ولا تكون slower ولا something like that. They allow for us to roll back يعني redeploy the latest ولا any commit basically اللي رانا we trust باللي تمشي بيان. تسمى we can just go back to it بلاصة اللي كانت هذيك ثما. And this is done in the matter of seconds. زعما ماشي seconds mais a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, and you have your website fixed. Okay, when it comes to conformance, basically ensuring quality, we don't care about that too much. Now we are still experimental, let's say. They provide much more, of course. They provide storage, for example. نقولوا بلي عندك files, images, documents, etc. that you want to store. Usually you would have to use a separate server with a separate provider, for example, in order to configure that. Here Vercel, they provide very integrated services مع بعضهم. So you can enable it, for example, as an option, and it's really easy to get set up and working. Okay, they also provide observability. 1 second, let me put my PC charging. Okay, they provide observability. Observability meaning analytics, basically. Security means security. And one other, last thing that we want to talk about before we get started actually deploying it, is they provide a global network. Madam Kima, we mentioned a few times باللي Next.js يبني your builds, basically معناتها convert your React code into HTML و CSS. مادام عنده هذه capability ولا capacity functionality معناتها يقدر يديرها at any time basically. For some pages يقدر يديرها at any time. تسمى إذا كان عندنا احنا ال HTML و CSS تسمى وعلاش ما نديروش هذا واش خمو the people ولا team at Vercel خمو وعلاش ما نكريوش مالا في بلاصة ما يكون عندك سيرفر واحد يكزيستي في let's say يوروب ولا في اليو اس في بلاصة ما يكون عندك سيرفر واحد وعلاش ما نجيبوش هذوك ال HTML و CSS files اللي we already built راهم ديجا عندنا ونحطوهم في بزاف servers everywhere. for example server في اليو اس، server في فرنسا، server North Africa، server في Asia، في Middle East etc. تسمى اي واحد يزور السيت ويب تاعي في بلاصة ما يروح للسيرفر اللي في another continent اللي بعيدة بزاف the other side of the earth, it just goes to the nearest server يجيب ال HTML و CSS من بعد in the background while my user is browsing هكذا نجيب له whatever else is needed من هذاك السيرفر اللي بعيد. This obviously makes your website way more competitive. Something that you should know is that هذوما speed analytics for maybe small applications they don't matter. When we are talking about websites they are visited by tens of thousands or hundreds, maybe millions of people every day, a small change in speed results in a big change in users. So if your website is just 20% slower, for example في بلاصة ما يكون it takes 1 second to load, it takes 1 second and a half for example or whatever, this usually results in a big drop off. You are losing thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of visitors, potentially of buyers, of people who are going to buy your product, who are going to use your product. So you're potentially losing tens of thousands of euros or dollars. If we can get rid of this problem, great. In order to get rid of this problem, اللي هي تاع speed or all of this, and in order also to get some of the other functionalities اللي هنايا كيما analytics, كيما instant rollbacks هذه, which is also very important كيما je sais pas this being connected to Git, which allows يعني أنه كل خطرة دير commit للجيت هاب تاعك ولا لهذاك الجيت هاب project، هذيك الكوميت gets deployed automatically. هذوما بكري كانوا functionalities ولا features اللي only a big team ولا a big company can achieve ولا can enjoy. Me right now as a solo in a developer, you can also enjoy these features for free, basically, yeah, for free. Me also for very cheap if you want to use the product while paying. There is a very generous free tier that allows you to deploy as many projects as you want, basically. The cheap, the professional, the paid وسمها is just $20 per month. بينما for other servers, for example, if you're going with AWS, basically ما كاش free tier. Their servers are very expensive. The cheapest server اللي هو basically عيان بزاف, you will be paying more than $20 per month. هذوما حيمدوا لك unlimited basically unlimited hosting ياك for just $20 per user per user. بصح since you're an individual اللي وحدك, you're getting it for just $20 per month. Okay, let's talk about, let's complete with the theoretical stuff, and let's talk about how to actually deploy our project. So we have this project, hopefully it's still working. So I messed with a few things. Let's check, just verify that it's working. Okay, it's working. All right, so let's try hosting it on Vercel. Let's open up Vercel. Let's go to my account, add a new project, and it tells me to choose from my GitHub a Git repository. I still don't have this one. Let's say بلي مازال ما عنديش البروجي تاعي في a GitHub repository. تسمى واش راح ندير؟ نروح نشوف. الحاجة الأولى اللي نديرها هي git init هنايا في البروجيكت تاعي باش يولي a GitHub repo ولا a Git repo ماشي GitHub repo. And I did that. Then I will add everything اللي في هذاك project using git add. This is a quick rundown, of course, if you want the full explanation, since this isn't a Git course. You should look at Git documentation, which is very simple. You can basically learn it in one day. We just don't have time. Yeah. Right. So git commit message. I'm going to create a commit. Let's call it deployable project, whatever. And I am going to go to my GitHub and create a GitHub project هنايا. So click on the plus sign and new repository. I will call it book review. Yeah, book review, just, or maybe book review. Let's keep it book review. No description. Just create it. Okay, they give me some instructions. I already have a repository. درت هذا واش قالوا لي. هي الgit init و git add. I did all of this, did this, and now I want to push to an existing repository. باسكو عندي déjà, I just want to push it to GitHub. I will copy these lines one by one. Here I go, git remote add origin. Right, so it worked, no error messages. Then the second one, this is optional, let's just do it. It worked. Then git push dash user origin main. Okay, if I refresh this page, I should see my code here. And I do see it here. It's been deployed, or not deployed, it's in my GitHub project. Okay, and it showed up in Vercel, and it also detected it's a Next.js project because it showed too much zoom. It showed the Next.js logo next to the name. Right, that's good. That's all I want. I will do import. And for now, I will keep everything as is. Madam Fambly, it's Next.js. It's set the preset as that. I verify everything and I will deploy. The build command is npm run build. Okay. Output directory هذه. Okay, okay. I won't override anything for now. I like to test things immediately. If they don't work, ثمالي I check if it works or not. So what I'm doing, just as a recap, دخلت في Vercel. They will guide you very well through the process. Of course, first you have to create an account, which is easy. You create an account, you then link it with your GitHub by using just a button هكذا بعد يقول لك login on your GitHub. You do that in order for it to be able to detect وش من repositories عندك في الجيت هاب تاعك. بعدها في Vercel وش تقدر تدير تولي تقدر تكليكي basically on new project. في new project they give you a list of your GitHub repositories. They tell you to pick one. When you pick one of them, you will get to the step before last where they tell you here is your project, give it a name of course, tell us what type of project it is. هنا عندي it's a Next.js project. May they support many others, for example Next, Vercel, they support Gatsby. For the important ones are React, of course, Preact, which is just another version of React, Angular, Astro, Next.js, of course, and Vue.js. Yeah, so basically anything we can look for. And I think that even إذا ما عندهمش the preset for your kind of project, you can still try to do it manually. For now we have the presets. They also give us some other options تاع البيلد. يقولوا لنا وش هي البيلد commands, البيلد command تاعكم. حنا we didn't use build في البروجي تاعنا. We can easily find the build command هنايا. Our build command هي next build. Our start command هي next start. Lint هي كذا, etc. Okay. So the build command, it will أنا مانيش كاتب anything باسكو since it's understood like I said the preset, I assume بلي على بالها it's ولا على بال السيت بلي it's next build. The output directory, the Next.js default, that's what I want. The install command, you can use whatever you want. ولا I can let it use whatever I want. هنا the only thing that I want هما environment variables. وعلاش؟ باسكو they allow me, I need them باسكو they allow me to use my database Pazdoni. So I will just copy them from my project.env and put them here. They will be safe, of course. At least they will be safe from anyone. They will only be accessible to anyone who has access to هذا البروجي, which initially will only be me, unless you share the project. You share access to the project. Okay, so I will just copy them. No need to think about this. Just do it. Okay, add. And that's all. That's all for now. I click deploy and let's see. If I get a build problem, I am expecting that I get a build problem. Hopefully not, maybe not. وعلاش I'm expecting I get a build problem? Because there is a hidden command اللي في البروجي تاعنا اللي it's not mentioned هنايا. نورمالمون يكون كاين command for Prisma باسكو يحتاج يجينيري واحد البريزما كلاينت basically from schema تاعي in order for my application to run. تسمى next build and ما نعرفش exactly the command how it would look, may I assume next build and Prisma generate. I will try with it. It failed. If it didn't fail, that would have been great. Let's see. Warning, failed to compile, does not match the required types of a Next.js page. Page export field. So let's check why it is complaining about this. I'm assuming it's complaining about هذه export const where I am using it في هذا الراوت. أذكرني I am using it anywhere else. No. تسمى راح ندي برك هذا الكود ونحيه. So I'm doing the I expected to get deployment issues. They are easy to solve by just looking at the build logs اللي هما هذو. It gives you live logs about how your build is going. Okay, so I copied الاكسبورت اللي كان complaining about. قال لي هذا الاكسبورت اللي هو generate random number in range is not a valid page export field. تسمى ما حبش I guess باللي I was exporting it from the page directory باسكو it got it confused. Okay. I will let's omit this just to make sure. Then I will add. Okay, I removed it here, added it in the other page, in the route page where it is needed. Now I will commit, I will push new changes into my GitHub repo so that they get deployed. So git commit feed, what is it called? Let's call it fix build issue. Fixed build issue. Okay, then I will push it to GitHub. Now مادام كرييت البروجي تاعي نورمالمون راح نلقاه هنايا. تسمى نقدر في بلاصة ما نستناه هنايا I get a redeployment نقدر نكليكي نورمالمون ما كاش ما خلونيش. I go to project, I go to the project page وهنا I look at my deployments. I will see باللي كاين another deployment. This is the original one 3 minutes ago. This is the new one. It got another error. I was expecting that. So نروح نشوف why that is. Okay, is defined multiple times. Where is it defined? It is defined for route multiple times. That was my mistake. For deployment, it complains about a lot of things. Any issue, you will have to fix it. يعني البروجي كان يمشي لنا في local machine. In order to deploy it, deployment environment is much more strict. Sometimes smaller issues will get flagged. You will have to fix them, which is a good thing. We could have maybe fixed that using some packages كيما ESLint اللي ديتكتي لنا البروجكتس كيما لو كان نولوا الpackage.json تاعنا. This is just a side issue. Lint معناها lint basically detecti common problems in your project. So if I run npm run lint, let me clean this up باش تبان أفضل. I'm getting common errors which أنا واحدة فيهم. Using image could result in a slower LSP, higher bandwidth. Consider using image. This is just a warning. Normalement it doesn't kill my deployment. Alright, let's try in my local environment قبل ما نديرها في السيرفر تاعي. Let me try building the project تاعي. Creating an optimized production build. Building the project means converting basically TypeScript files into JavaScript حاجة الأولى من بعدها من JSX هذاك JSX اللي هو mixed HTML kind of with JavaScript into something اللي البراوزر تاعي can understand which is HTML و CSS JavaScript all of that. Okay, I'm getting another error. Let's me fix this هنايا قبل ما نروحوا deployment. Property JSON does not exist on type كذا. Let me go, it's right here. It does exist on type كذا. So how do I fix this? Proper response.json. I will just ignore it. This. Let me try if it works now. Yeah, I should be looking at a more thorough solution parce que the response does exist. هذا JSON does exist on the response object. تسمى I shouldn't be getting this error. مي since it's silly error اللي على بالي باللي شغل راهو غلط سيرمون تسمى مانيش حاب I spend the time personally هنايا معاكم to fix هذا البروبلم اللي ما يأثرش على الفونكسيون تاع الابليكيشن تاعي. Okay, I finished everything. This is the last one, hopefully. Oops. Okay, I like check marks. Check marks are very beautiful. And pre-rendered as static content, server rendered on demand. Looks good. Everything looks good. So I will deploy this. Git commit message deploy, just the fastest way possible. Okay, I will go to my project again. Well, this is the magical thing about Vercel. I didn't set anything up, زعما ما درتش حاجة compliquée ولا je sais pas. It was 2 minutes قدامكم. مي هكذاك وعندي a CI/CD pipeline, what's called a CI/CD pipeline. تسمى عندي pipeline وين عندي يعني workflow ولا pipeline وين every change that I make in this code here راهو ديريكتومون يديبلويابل يديبلوي الجيت هاب. راني نديبلويه الجيت هاب راني نبوشيه الجيت هاب يعني. و Vercel detects it, يعرف باللي ديبلويت حاجة ويروح يشوف يجبدها ويبيلديها ومن بعد يهوستيها في السيت ويب تاعي. و حاجة مليحة is that لو كان par example هاد الحاجة اللي هدرنا عليها من قبل لو كان يجيني error ولا كشما فيرسيون اللي نخرجها وتكون slow نقدر ديريكتومون from هذه الليست تاع deployment I click here و I click instant rollback هنا ولا I click redeploy par exemple. I click instant rollback, I go back to that version اللي مشى. هذا الكنترول it's a very strong pouvoir اللي مدها لي واسمه Vercel. I don't need to set it up. Works out of the box. Okay, Prisma has detected that this project was built on Vercel, which caches dependencies. This leads to an outdated Prisma client because Prisma's auto-generation isn't triggered. To fix this, make sure to run the Prisma generate command during the build process. Alright, perfect. So I expected it. I can resolve this by going into my book review, into my project, then into settings, and go here to the build command and click on it. I will get the default build command. I will add whatever I want to it. Now I will add Prisma generate, which I mentioned before باللي حيجيني هذا المشكلة باسكو Prisma needs its project client basically باش يمشي باش نقدر ندير database requests. Alright, now that I saved my deployment settings, I will go, I think, where do I go? I should be able to re-trigger manually a deployment. Let's see, I forgot where. They don't show it very well. Well, how about we go and just redeploy this one? Use existing build cache. No thank you, I want a new one. Let's try redeploying. Okay, let's watch it working live. Let's let's watch it working in action live. This is very exciting. Let's see. No serverless pages were built. Is this a problem? No, it's not. It's not bugging out. Okay. Does this mean it worked? No. Still. Error, no serverless pages were built. Let's Google this issue. Apparently It was a problem with dependencies, and later on I fixed this problem with blur image, like you said. Looks like the image file isn't being pulled into the cloud for some reason. Okay, so could it be on my side that the problem was with some kind of image with a project that is in my library, in my code? Let's go into public. I don't have any images in there, it's just SVGs, shouldn't be a problem because they exist by default. I go into components, still nothing here, so I'm not facing the same problem. Okay. Okay, let me then try just another redeploy actually. Because it could be that this problem just happened once. If it happens again, I will know really it's a problem that's happening multiple times. Now الحاجة المليحة سي كو basically ما حبسناش في الستep اللي حبسنا فيها من قبل. البريزما client is generating. تسمى all that's left هي هذه new serverless pages were built. No serverless pages were built in Next.js. Let's look at issues, solutions that people found when it comes to this. Scroll down. Settings. Okay. هادو راهم يقولوا باللي it's a Node.js version problem, which could be true. It could be يعني that's the case because we're using just the latest version تاع Node.js. هما قالوا go to scroll down to Node.js version. Okay, we are using the latest one. So it's not from that problem. Well, it's not caused by that. So server no, this one. Okay, I will go back to my project. And I will try doing something here. If it's settings day, I'm doing next build and Prisma generate. Then my install command is this, my development command. To the command your front-end framework provides for development. And now I will, instead of using next dev, I'm going to do next start. This doesn't affect much. It could be the reason. Next.js default, pnpm. Here I'm going to do pnpm install. Here راح نخليها كيما بدلها next start. Alright, root directory, Node.js version 20. Let's look وش من version تاع Node.js I'm specifying now. Am I specifying something? No. I'm using 20. It's Node v20. Alright, everything matches. Let me try to make a small change في my page.js tsx. And now I will go and have the function, take it and put it inside my component. Well, there is nothing, it doesn't do much. ميراني حاب نتستي I trigger redeploy from GitHub instead of manually. Redeploy. Okay, let me fix that. right. No serverless pages were built. They provide this link. Aha. npm install save. Now build next build. Add this command. So I'm just following their instructions هنا because I was باين باللي ماشي باين a case مع deploying to Vercel ولا even to deploying to other واسمهم providers ولا cloud providers is that you have to follow kind of their standards, their rules, their specific environments. You have to adopt to them. So you will be doing a lot of problem fixing when it comes to deploying not just to Vercel bien sûr, to basically any platform. All right, add targets module in Next.js config. I think this might fix it actually. Next config. I'm going to here add. Where did they say? In module exports target serverless. Target serverless. 3 p.m. Okay. Check the node version. Add the now build. Add target. Remove dist-dir from next config as Vercel next can part this file and expects your build output as okay. Dist-dir. I don't have that. Okay. I did that. So optionally make sure the src in builds points to your application package.json. Points to your application.json version builds so src use Vercel next. This I don't think I need to do this because I'm not concerned. I don't have that. Make sure you have the correct node version selected for in your project settings. That I did. Okay, I think this problem. Now let's try this. Git commit message. Git deploy. Just this. All right. The file couldn't be found. Okay. Well, at least I got a new error message. So let's attack it one by one. This is no longer found, malgré I used their documentation. Appears to be unsupported as at this time as per this. What did they say? Based on this comment, no. Next 13 does not support the target option. Instead, the recommendation now is to use output. So do I replace this with outputs? Yes. Standalone or export? I do standalone. Well, actually, let's search for that. Next.js standalone or export. Can during a build automatically trace each page and its dependencies. How it works? Next build automatically traced. I want to read just the part about Next.js standalone or output. Okay. Not this one. This removes the need for the deprecated serverless target, which can cause various issues and also creates unnecessary duplication. During Next.js will use this to statically analyze import. تسمى can automatically create a standalone folder that copies only the necessary files for production deployment, including select files in node modules. To leverage this, you use this. Okay. Let me try then with standalone. And I will apply also هنايا في هذا issues. I got another one اللي هي هنا. They told me to check out yet another page تاع issues, which I'm going to do. Routes manifest cannot be found. Ensure that build command setting is not overridden or that it calls next build. هنايا I will go back to my project settings and reset some of them. على بالي بلي هذه I need it. I'm going to let this be the original one or the default one. And how it controls it. Okay. But I made sure بلي that's not the thing causing my problems. And then I'm going to do another redeploy. Okay. So inside building, completed Vercel. Target property. I thought I deployed it. I did not. Git add. Okay. It should trigger now another deploy. Okay, I'm back to the original problem. No serverless pages were built. I'm guessing Billy, it's not detecting the pages that I created, which is just one page with century config. No, Next.js config. So is there kind of using Next.js Vercel deploying? I think there might be some kind of thing, some kind of package that I am missing that would lead the project to work. React server components, no, this is just a blog post. Next.js on Vercel, getting started, incremental regeneration, server-side rendering. To summarize, streaming, route handlers, edge functions. This is something that I think I will need because عندي route handlers هذوك. وعندي server components. So what would I need? I need Vercel latest, and then you should have the latest version of Vercel CLI to check your version to install or update. Readable stream, runtime edge, or Node.js which uses serverless functions. Export Next.js app, Next.js pages. Wait, what? Down pages. Up. Is it clickable? Oh, maybe not. It shows Billy it's clickable, but it's not opening. Okay, it's telling me to use always run dynamically. هذا الزوج things. So I will copy them. Return the stream as your API response. Next.js pages, fill pages. pages. هذا ال type of router. In my code, I'm going to go to my route, and at the very top, I'm going to export these to runtime edge. No, I need Node.js because I want to use serverless function. I want to just run this, run these routes in Next.js. It doesn't hurt to add it. We'll try committing again. It probably will not work, but I feel like I'm on the right track. Next build, next dev, next dev, next start producing a streaming response. No. Okay, I finished with this one. Post, configuring, next image, no. Font optimization. Let's see, draft mode, web analytics, service integrations. Okay, configuring Next.js to run with Vercel. Right, it doesn't seem like I'm missing anything related to Vercel اللي لازم يكون في Next.js. Although I remember kind of باللي في Next.js config هذه there should be some kind of Vercel configuration, but it doesn't seem like that is the case maybe anymore. So I'll just keep it as is. And potentially, in order to debug, I'm going to roll back basically to the simplest possible page that I can have, right? Parce que the issue here, it's not detecting serverless pages. No serverless pages were built, although I do have here one page that it should be building. Right, some dynamic page. Export always runs dynamically. Okay, always run dynamically. Because I'm trying to figure out why it's not detecting this page. I'm wondering parce que it's not detecting باللي عندي هذا page, which I think is what's the meaning behind no serverless pages, is that the page this is in another format basically, other than creating optimize. Then why did this fail? Parce que I'm not seeing the error message anymore. Production environment, Prisma schema, generated an optimized production build. Again, no serverless pages were built. Okay, one thing that I can test, add new project. I want to test whether working from a template, Next.js test. I want to test whether working with the original Next.js template results in something different. Because this issue is something that's new, maybe it's in the latest version or something like that, that I am getting this problem. Okay, since had a default template project تاعهم, I shouldn't be getting any problems. So I can go look في, oops, let's keep this one, we'll delete all others. Can go look in my GitHub, the template project, what is has for the Next.js config. Next your repositories, tabs to search, Next.js test. This is the one I want. Okay, next config MGS, next config, it's empty. Okay, what's next? Package.json. Next build, next lint, all of this is the same. It's defining React, it's giving a bunch of dependencies. This is what I also have. Now let's go to the app. Inside the app there is a page.tsx. This page is basically the same one that I have. It's deployed. That means the problem is only mine. Right, so is the problem now for the debugging, is the problem a result of this code? Use client, nope. Let's go this, h1, test. All right. Okay, now I go back to my original project. This one, not this one. This one. It's building. I also got a problem here. Same one, no serverless pages were built. Then I want to understand what is the difference between my page and theirs. So the best way to test this is just to do this. Just copy their page. If now it doesn't, this one, let's keep it. If it doesn't work, then I know بلي المشكل ماهوش في البيج تاعي. So it's just step by step debugging. Image, right? This one, goodbye. باسكو ما عنديش الإيمج in local or I do, wait, Next.js, oops. Okay, Vercel logo, I think I have it. Vercel SVG, Next SVG. Okay, we can just do this like this. I can just deploy it, like this. All right, let's see the deployment. Let's check it out. Okay, now I'm more confident بلي المشكل ماهوش هنايا. So the second يعني الحاجة الدوزيام اللي راني شاك فيها هي المشكل راهو في my routes. So for now I'm just going to delete them basically. Not delete them, just copy them. I have them in memory now, so I'm going to delete it just in case. Parce que it could be بلي since Next.js or rather Vercel has multiple ways to handle a framework or a repository, a project that you deploy. It can either handle it as a front-end project, تسمى ال back-end part اللي هي أنك you host your own routes, gets kind of let's say omitted basically, parce que they expect you do it on your own separately. ولا they do a full stack project in two ways, soit using edge functions ولا serverless functions, yeah, something like that. أنا for now I'm trying to pretend بلي عندي غير الفرونت end normal mode دوكا git add git commit git push normal mode دوكا. From the point of view of my application وش عندي برك one page تاع Next.js ولا basically تاع React اللي فيها غير React code HTML, simple HTML, même pas ما كاش functionality. Right, layouts, this is the same as mine. I'm checking everything else, this is the same, right? This project is very bare bones, the one that worked. So it can be anything. I'm looking one by one. All right, another error, still the same one. No serverless pages were built. I truly now, since it's neither the problem with the page nor with the route, have no idea why it's happening. Okay, it worked fine. Okay, if this is actually the issue, then I'm going to be kind of laugh actually, not be upset. They're saying now, بلي this guy, which is facing basically the same problem as me, All was going well locally for me too. No issues locally. Okay. Once the site was ready, I pushed it out to Vercel. The build failed with this issue. It worked fine on my machine. There is a helpful link at the bottom of the build log. هذا اللينك gave me a solution اللي also gave me another error. تسمى هذا اللينك is deprecated. It's using old documentation اللي say bon ماهيش تمشي anymore. This one هذا value target is deprecated. I spend a little time going in circles. They stumble on this thread. They say باللي المشكلة is with the version of Next.js. Now let's check. npm install next at canary. Go to my package.json. I'm using the canary channel of Next.js. If it works, I'll explain what canary is. Who knows? Will it work? Will it not? Git commits and git push. Let's see. Book review. Okay. Node modules. No, it's still not working. Okay, what is it called? I want to see whether it's installing the next version that I want. It's this one. It's the next. It's the canary version. Okay, detected Next.js. I think the screen is small. Wow. The screen freezes every once in a while. I don't know exactly why, so I sometimes have to reset it. All right. So this blog post did not give me an what's it called? Any response. They also aren't. This thread apparently is no longer up. Some of the thread that he was talking about is no longer up. Try installing the node module. It may just be a solution that you're looking for. Okay, this doesn't work. Let's try something else. I'm getting this error. Oh, it's an old error 1 year ago. I'm trying to deploy. The message is pretty clear. So my idea is it's a problem with the versions. This is the idea that they gave me. So I'm going to try npm install next latest, React latest, and React DOM latest. If this doesn't work, what are the latest first? 14.18.2. Okay, git add all, git commit message, parce que this problem since I removed everything, it feels باللي ماهيش مشكلة من جهتي. That's hard to debug. ما همش يمدوا لي بزاف information. No serverless pages were built. I don't want to do something extreme, like having to basically restructure all my project basically. I'm able to do that right now, since the project is still basically in its early stages. Since I can't fix the problem right now, like this, what I'm going to try to do, it's an extreme solution, yes. This is the advantage of working or deploying early, making sure that it's working, because sometimes some deploys break deployments, some commits with some features break deployments. I'm going to go and I will clone this project into my local machine. cd Next.js test, go here, open it up, and basically copy my project one by one. So first things first, I'll copy this chunk. I will delete this first. Delete. Then go here, up, make this small, make this also small, and put this here, boom. Then also put the components, not now actually, let's do it after. Yeah, so for now I did the fetching. Now this is the most important thing اللي راني حاب جونفيري في باللي يمشي غير مع الاول. fetching تسمى راح نكوبيه الاول. fetching the books, my Google books. I reversed it back. تسمى نروح to my other project هنا. I go create inside app, not inside app, no. Create a new folder, call it data. And here I'm going to create a new file called fetch from Google Books .ts. Copy everything, server only, next cache, revalidate path, Google APIs. There is no need to use this. Google Books, there is no book. Okay, don't need you. I want the skeleton, the most bare bones thing that I can get. Okay, request init. Okay, I think I also need to do get the packages, which is very important. Go back to my project here. All of this just to make sure وش هي الحاجة اللي ماهيش مخليت البروجيكت تاعي يمشي like this. Now every once in a while what I want to do here, make sure I will check why check that my project is still being git status, git add, git commit. Then git push, not support, git add, git commit, then call it deploy, git push. I have to go through this painful process because there is no documentation basically on this problem. It's a very it's a very unique fringe problem. Maybe this is the nature of developing basically with Next.js sometimes. Failed to commit, I'm missing some. An error occurred, cannot find module tailwind CSS. وش موضوع ما نستخدم tailwind CSS though. Ouais, parce que they are using tailwind CSS. Is this the case? On the page.jsx, no. Yeah, I need to add this. Okay. And no. Go to my app, my page here. Since I don't have any what's it called, I'm going to instead use this page, the original page that I used. Copy it here, put it here, get a random subarray. Then instead of using what's it called, main cannot find mail or correspondence. I don't need these three. I want to copy this, remove this, remove this, remove this. Okay, map book, get random array of books. What's this causing my issue here? Return. This is one missing link, bracket. Okay, so anything else? I don't think so. What do you mean? Look, I'm getting even more errors parce que I'm not installing the packages, huh? Okay, pnpm install. Okay. So what I'm doing here is just نكوبي في المين parts of my project parce que I couldn't figure out the other way وش هي الحاجة اللي راهي تسبب لي في واسمه في الايرور تاع البيلد. تسمى what I have to do هي go through from a project اللي راهو يمشي من بعدها من تما نبدا I add slowly until الحاجة اللي تسبب لي الايشو تاع البيلد I remove it باسكو تما عرفت باللي هذيك هي. باسكو otherwise صعيبة يعني صعيبة كي يكون عندي بروجي اللي it doesn't show I tried a bunch of things there is no documentation. So in extreme cases like this, and I would call this an extreme case, basically it didn't happen to me when I was testing before, or basically the many other times that I was using Next.js. What I would do هي سواء read actual واسمه سواء submit basically yourself a question يعني question ولا an issue, put an issue on GitHub, or read I guess source code because it's something with the source code اللي يخليها it happens, or just abandon original way of doing things we just do things the more creative way in order to find وين جاية السورس تاع البروبلم. Okay. Another complaint. My battery runs out quickly when I'm streaming. Okay. Next.js test. Another. Now, am I getting the error because of it? Error occurred in here. Okay. It's not, it's a completely different error. Git build. pnpm run build. It's complaining about not finding Tailwind CSS. Who is using Tailwind CSS? I don't. Tailwind. Tailwind config. Yes, maybe. Trash. I'm not using you. And the post CSS as well, maybe. Tailwind CSS. Package log. Tailwind CSS. I'm deleting these two things. And then do remove ref node modules. Then pnpm install. Then pnpm run build, then git add, or create a new commit. Okay, a better error. Promise here, just of type. I'm gonna omit this completely. I'm going to also remove this. Then I'm going to do again pnpm run build. Pnpm run build. So now we're doing just a bunch of debugging. Missing key prop. So key, which is, let's put it as index. Not a great thing to do. Don't care. Index and run again. Pnpm run build. If it works, I will deploy this, and we will be one step further into removing just this one issue. Because if you notice, we basically did what we were talking. We did it in like 3 seconds. Maybe you blinked or missed it. When it comes to deploying, for example, this Next.js test project, we deployed it successfully. Now it's in our GitHub as well. It doesn't count. It doesn't count really because it's not our root project. Let's say it's not our real project that we were working on. Our real project usually وش يصرى معايا في normal projects ولا في all projects basically most projects بس all projects هي كي نكونوا نديبلويو نلحقوا يجونا هذوك المشاكل كيما تاع بريزما كيما تاع واسمو يكون something missing some small issue مع TypeScript هنا والهيكا بعد we resolve all of them يعني step by step it's better يعني usually to use زعما حاجة اللي تautomate لك هذاك testing كيما ESLint which we talked about شوية في session 1 it's better to do that because you will solve the problems ahead of time. You wouldn't have to go through and find such a difficult to debug problem. Since we have it, we might as well. So we might as well. We don't have any other option other than to debug it really thoroughly in the annoying way of debugging problems, basically. So we're going to be doing that git push step by step until we find the root of the problem. So right now I'm in this process كما قلت مقبلة تاع I add part by part مادام راني في البداية تاع البروجي تاعي نزيد حاجة بشوية لي كومبوزون ولا الكومبوننتس اللي كريتهم باش نعرف كي نزيد حاجة ومن بعد يصرى a build error ثم نعرف باللي that's the cause for the issues in my application. This is taking longer, so maybe this one will work. 35 seconds, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. This one looks to be promising. It's deploying outputs, so it means it's finished. Building, it's reached 1 minute and it is ready. So far, no problem. Well, it's deploying 3 haze. This is confusing me. It's deploying 3 haze parce que it's fetching my 3 books successfully. So for me, the next step from here is to go and get this component. I have some doubts. She doubt me. I have some suspicion. Believe it's the cause of the problem. So I'm going to copy it. It will have some dependencies. Let's figure it out one by one. Where does it live? It lives inside components and then inside book info. This book info, does it use this component اللي هو create book? What is create book? Author كذا it doesn't use it, no. So now we can just do this. Just to go to my project here, create a new folder, call it components, then go to my project, my components here, do copy, put it here, paste, right, perfect so far. Remove this, then remove every mention of it. I will just instead use any. Here, do I need you? Let's continue using this. ماشي مشكلة. Can I disable? Yes. Maybe not. Can I not? Well, هكذا باش نحي غير error message, warning. Okay, I will do npm run build. It's always good to run a build locally if possible قبل ما deploy Vercel because it's faster to debug. And let me start thinking git add, git commit, deploy, git push. Now I go back to my deployment. I will keep an eye out إذا it fails deployment. I will know باللي المشكل في هذا الكomponent. من sinon I will be optimistic ونقول باللي ماهوش المشكل في هذا الكomponent. المشكلة راهو في second thing اللي راه جاية في navigate اللي هي create book. Maybe not. Let's in all cases get this create book component. Copy create book, copy, go to my page. I didn't use it, that's a problem. Book info, and give it key, yes. Initial load book, yes. Okay, does it need anything else? Let's see. Initial load book and just the key because it's a component. All right, I will do the thing again. Git commits, git add, git commit, git push. This one got ready. Let's see the latest one. These هذوك كيف نخدم هذا الcomponent. In the meanwhile, I will start adding, like I said, second component. Paste اللي هي create book. I will use it هنايا. Create book. Then go to it. Make sure بلي ماهيش importing anything it doesn't need to. Okay, everything is clean. Book. Nothing is giving out an error. npm run build. create a routine الروحي. If this works, I will deploy the other one. Let's see. Ready. Okay, this is good news. Now once this finishes, again git add, git commit, git push. All right, watch it run. دوكا doubt ولا suspicion تاعي is with this. مانيش عارفو علاش مي capable يمكن باسكو maybe باسكو it lives inside the page app هنا basically في this thing في this on the wall. Okay, page navigate, navigate, rename, navigation. It already exists. Okay, is it using anything that it shouldn't use? No. Next/navigation, cannot find the module. That's weird. React, هذا الزوج modules I should already have. Run build. I guess it was a TypeScript error. مع TypeScript sometimes it doesn't detect when you install a new package. So I always run يعني كي يصراو لي هذه المشاكل تاع TypeScript I run TypeScript restart TS server. Let's see our deployment. It's ready. So my capable issue is just undebuggable without going through more annoying methods تاع reading source code. If you want to do that, source code probably سوا تاع Next.js, probably تاع Next.js, ولا just submitting an issue في الريبو تاع Vercel. npm run what was I saying? No, هذه تمشي. تسمى git add, git commit, deploy, git push. I'm out of tea, so this is getting way too long. We can't control the bugs that come up. Bugs will always come up. This is part of the process. Components, book info, I finished this part. So what's next? Next, I guess, is to create the folder, what's it called? API route. So I will go and create that API route. It's inside API, then here inside route, route.ts actually, route.ts. Now I have it saved. Server only, not this one. Export runtime, this one. Okay, do you remember this one? Prisma. Prisma. I need to create my Prisma. Run generate. No. PNPX Prisma generate. We could not find your Prisma schema, so I need to copy. Let's not do that for now. Actually, I will remove هذا المنشن تاع Prisma and comment it out هنا. Where comment return nothing basically. Comment out. Why؟ باسكو راني حاب نتستي اسكو المشكل مع الباك اند راوت تاعي ولا المشكل مع بريزما. probably المشكل is with Prisma سواء in terms of configuration ولا with something else. تسمى npm run build. I verify باللي last build تاعي worked. تسمى all my components اللي في البيج are working. Okay, so what could be the problem here, officer? Components, data. Data, what does it have? It has books or it has Prisma. So could this... only two possible culprits, let's say, هما Prisma و build Prisma و backend route تاعي. Route has an invalid export. Promise string is not the export type. Who is complaining about this? Interface? String. No, it's not expecting string. So I will just send a mock reply. Response dot send. No. Response.json. Message done. This I will copy in all my responses, which is temporary, just to debug. Post, all that's left is here in my not get. Let's leave get as is. npm run build. Okay, again with this annoying issue تاع types, which like I said should be addressed properly. It might be just an issue مع الversion تاع TypeScript types يعني تاع الآخر. We don't have time. So try again. npm run build. If I don't get an error, I will just do again git add. Okay, git add, git commit, fix, git push. سأشاهدها. No, I won't watch it. I will continue working this time on getting Prisma, which is by copying my Prisma documentation file and putting it here. Prisma. Okay, good. Then in data, I want to create a new file, call it prisma.ts, which will hold my Prisma singleton, which is this one, easy to set up. اللي حيخدم بها كامل الابليكيشن تاعي باش they don't create a new instance of this Prisma thing. Okay, in my package.json, have I got Prisma installed? Yes. Okay. So before I do anything, I need to run pnpx Prisma generate باش هذا البروبلم goes away. See other start using. Okay, now that I did it, I will restart my TypeScript server and hopefully I will have Prisma set up. ثم نقدر. Okay, so far backend route exists. How about I visit the website Docker? Does it have anything basically? Authenticating. All right, it's looking relatively good. All right. Then I will go to my routes. Last possibility. Prisma كي existi في الroutes تاع الباكند تاعي that somehow doesn't make sense at all. Maybe somehow it's creating a problem. يعني it's creating a problem في الbuild. Right. So one way to find out. Now I will import Prisma. I'm using Prisma to create, to update, to delete. I'm going to run my npm run build. so build locally. If my local build succeeds, I will push to GitHub, يعني commit, then push to GitHub. Git add, git commit, message, deploy, git push. And شغل لحظة الحقيقة نشوفوا دوكا إذا مشات وإذا ما مشاتش. ما تمشيش نورمالمون باسكو مانيش زايد في البيلد كوماند بريزما جنريت. وي ريمبر ذات يعني من الخطرة اللي فاتت. تسمى I hate to see it, may it will be red. Yes, it should tell me يو راك ناقص بريزما جنريت. please run بريزما جنريت. could it be باللي البريزما جنريت هي المشكل؟ I've used بريزما بزاف خطرات من واسمه في Vercel لدرجة of course راني نعرف باللي هذا الإيشو every time راح يجيني قبل ما يجيني موالف ديريكتومون I do it to fix it. okay, let's go. redeploy. لحظة الحقيقة, moment of truth. We have 1 second, right? So we can have a chat. How are you doing? It's gotten late. I know. نورمالمون ما يصراليش هذاك المشكل. أنا كنت حاب ندير هاد السيشن غير ساعة زعما خاتمتها مسك تاع بوم 2 دقائق وننجحوا. اوكي هذه هو المشكل. الحمد لله دوكا عرفت وش هو المشكل. ماشي معناتها نعرف نحل هذا المشكل بصح I have some ideas اللي ماحش. واحد من اول ideas that I get هي I go check out Prisma their npm بصح باسكو شغل how can you tell no serverless pages were built. how can you tell كيفاش تعرف باللي هذا المشكل تاع بريزما؟ ابارامون واش كنت نقول لكم تاع جو تو الريبو تاع Next.js وقراو الريبو ولا بوست المشكل في Vercel. نورمالمون تقراو تاع بريزما ولا نورمالمون نقرا تاع بريزما. اوكي I want to find out بريزما وش بيه بريزما 5. هذا الاخر هو فيرسيون 5.11. عندي الفيرسيون الاخر. الفيرسيون الاخر خرجوه عندهم 19 نهار تسمى ماهوش حاجه تاع البارح ولا البارح. واش راح ندير هي نشوف وش هو لي فيرسيون تاعهم وش هو الفيرسيون اللي مستخدم بزاف 5.11. اوكي other than that نشوف 5.11 house 5.10 maybe 5.10 نو نحوس واحد اللي شويه قديم باسكو كابابل مشكل يكزيستي في بريزما في latest versions or something like that. باسكو كنت نخدم بريزما انا في كي كنت صغير ما كانش يجيني هذه المشكله. اوكي all of these are never used because they're smaller versions used for testing. Okay, sync point set. Do I want to go that early? Maybe just try with sync point nef 0 no nef point maybe. So I go to my project pnpm install Prisma client at sync.nef.a. هذيك last hope effort let's say to solve this issue. So it's not a big deal. Prisma is just one of the URMs that we can use مع GitHub. It's a good URM. If it's giving me issues like this, I'm going to give up on it. I won't fight too much. Alright, so last hope. I'm gonna disable Prisma and we will have a running website with a missing at least missing ORM for now. So now we would have to use just pure SQL, not ideal, ولا some other ORM. So I can just search for Prisma alternatives. Prisma ORM alternatives. عندي type ORM for example. Type ORM I've used a lot in the past مع كيف اسمه مع Next.js. It's a good ORM which production ready and it's good for big applications. I can use SQLize or Mongoose or there are many options. Next, this is a new one, or not a new one. This looks exciting as well, so I have options. I would rather not. Let's see. ماشي book review. Next.js test. Next.js test, yes. This one, yeah, it didn't work. Again, probably because of the issue that no serverless pages. Let me search Prisma, no serverless pages. Generator provider, Prisma client, binary targets. Could be a configuration issue to Prisma, right? Do they have? هنا they address this. She addressed the root issue. I'm thinking باللي وعلاش راهي تمشي في my local machine وما هيش تمشي في Vercel. Vercel what it provides هي environment when it has a bunch of listeners هكذا. لو كان نروح هنا functions هنا in my functions Next.js test you can view the details of all your functions. هنايا في functions my routes هما they don't run all the time في a node server on Vercel. That's not how Vercel works. This is also why هما جايين بزاف cheap. كما قلت لكم $20 for the paid version. Basically that's it. Compared to servers, here they don't have a server running 24/7 للابليكاسيون تاعك. Instead وش يديروا عندهم شغل listeners هكذا. They listen في الدومين تاع ال API تاعك. whenever someone accesses هذاك الدومين وش يديروا هي they start a small server immediately بالخف. هذاك السيرفر they started a node server هكذا they run الكود تاع الباث تاعك تسمى يروحوا يشوفوا هنا في الراوت. did I remove it? Yes, I removed it. يروحوا يشوفوا في الراوت هذا. They run just this route. They run just this code. يروحوا يشوفوا عندك get request هنا for example that arrived. They run just this code. They complete it. They return the response to the user. And then they basically close down your server, shut it off. وما يوليش عندك server. تسمى if you save something in memory, I think, well, I don't know if any of you remembers because it's been so long. قلت باللي لو كان تخبي هنايا حاجة in memory, for example count 0, الكاونت هذا will always be reset to 0 inside. يعني ما تقدرش تخبي حاجة في لا ميموار باسكو ما راحش تكزيستي من بعد. باسكو Next.js أنا I was assuming باللي حاجة اللي default في Next.js مي ظهرت باللي نو Next.js كان ران في مود تاعك شغل permanent server. كنت غلط في هذه الحاجة سبيسيفيكمون أنه هذا المود هو الطريقة اللي يمشي بها Vercel. it's completely normal like I said. والابليكاسيون تاعك would work برك لازم لك تبدل شوية البيهيفير. don't save anything in memory, save it in a database instead. تسمى هنايا ORM كيما بريزما كابابل واش راهو يدير راهو it's assuming باللي راح يمشي في هذا المود تاع permanent server. عليها راهو كش ما يخبي حاجة in memory بعد ما يلقاهاش ويجيب لي build error or something like that. I'm not sure about the details. I would have to research more. Something that I don't want to do دوكا معاكم. I would do this research لو كان شغل if for my team using Prisma is that important, it's essential that we utilize Prisma, I would do the research. You have to make the decision individually yourselves. Do you want to use Prisma or do you want to spend use Prisma and figure out how to configure it for serverless? This article, how Prisma and serverless معناها there is no server running 24/7. شغل هذه buzzword اللي يخدموا بها بزاف مع بزاف هذه النهارات يعني these latest times باسكو it's like I said cutting edge, that's what Next.js loves. Next.js loves using cutting edge features. It's also what Vercel provides. So you're using all best, latest, or not necessarily best stuff. تسمى they admit I guess باللي عندهم a bunch of problems whatever. Bon, for a solution لينا حنايا for now وش راح ندير is I will disable هذه الفيتشر تاع using Prisma basically in my application until I fix of posting يعني of posting the route, yeah, like this. I will go disable for routes تاعي. I will disable again all uses of Prisma like this. وفي البيج I will remove the form, هذيك الفورم اللي جايه at the top اللي نزيدوا بها كتابات. Then of course pnpm run build just as a habit. Yeah, ideally ماشي ideally normally you don't build كل 5 خطرات في الثانية ولا في الدقيقة كما أنا باسكو I'm debugging mais au moins build is fast. It just takes 30 seconds. Deployment ثاني fast. لو كان جينا نخدموا مع some deployment environments, in order to deploy just once you would have to wait like 10 to 30 minutes, which isn't يعني imagine you trying to resolve this issue مع هذاك wait time, we would have taken all day. ما معليش, it was a very complex issue yet we managed to pinpoint it الحمد لله. Anyway, it works. Git add, git commit, git push. It should work. Alright, so here we go, building. We are going to wait 1 minute approximately, but afterwards it's going to give us a beautiful green ready. I can finally share the link. Error. Okay, no serverless pages. Is it because I am doing this? Which is route, find Prisma, all commented out. Is it because I am doing this? Delete this file. Then git add, git commit, test, git push. Okay. I might also just completely remove Prisma from the project. In fact, I will do it now in advance. pnpm remove Prisma. Client. Check that it's been removed from package.json. It has been. I will also remove pnpm remove Prisma itself. Next, I will delete the Prisma file. I'm purifying my project from Prisma. Gave me so much problems for deployment. It's a beautiful ORM, not, I will admit يعني, just has its issues. Once you figure out the issues, it works perfectly. We were unlucky today. Okay, git add, git commit, git commit message, deploy, git push. I won't push yet until the previous deploy works. Then root, my root. اسكو عندك problem with my root. Prisma. Currently, luckily, هذوما الفيلد deploys ما همش يجينيريو لي problem باسكو راني مازال use existing build cache no. I'm still using هذا الفيرسيون اللي مشات هذيك الخضراء. So basically this one, this is the one that is deployed. تسمى لو كان نروح I visit الويب سايت تاعي it's still up and running. It's right here. It's still working. What? Redeploy of this. Prisma not found. Okay. Production overrides. Build command. I want to go to Next.js test. Settings. Settings the current deployment production environment from your current project settings. General. I will remove this. Actually, I'll just use the default one. And then click save. Is it saved automatically? No. Save. Another redeploy. If it doesn't work, then شغل غير خدمت بريزما خطرة. It broke the deployment somehow using maybe a cache or something. So I would have to go through another long process just to fix it to make sure باللي هذاك damage is undone, which I will skip. I'll skip. I will end this call. Let's say now. We went, I think, half an hour over time. Yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, this is promising. We're waiting for this deployment. It's failed. Okay. Since it's failed, then there is nothing that you can hope to get PNPX Prisma generate. Then I will have to do the same process basically. Check why again. باسكو على بالنا ذوكا باللي المشكله صرات كي زدت بريزما. تسمى بريزما added something اللي نورمالمون ما ينزادش. Maybe to logs تاوعي ولا package JSON, maybe to build cache, maybe to something. I would have to pinpoint it or remove it. We just made sure باللي it worked. Okay, it worked, never mind. تسمى كي نحيت بريزما completely that fixed the problem basically. Problem في بريزما. ما تزعفوش بزاف على بريزما باسكو it's still a good library, it's a good ORM. Mais it requires configuration مع serverless functions ولا serverless applications. Here is the link to the app. I put it in the chat. You should now be able to access هذا الاب. They give me هذا domain bottle.vercel.app. I can instead replace it مع my own domain whatever it be. If you're on mobile يعني بينا باللي ما حتبان مليحة باسكو CSS اللي كتبته is not beautiful, it's not written for mobile. But at least it works. So let's call it a success, a partial success. Because we couldn't configure Prisma on time. But for everything else, we configured it properly. We also we went through. We got, I guess, some more experience working with GitHub, Git, GitHub, Vercel, deployments. And so we got. This is the Vercel experience, well, a deployment experience on steroids. We got what we wanted achieved. So we're going to be ending it today. So thank you very much everyone. على بالي طولت عليكم مي شغل حبيت نكمل يعني I finish with حاجة اللي تمشي و I do acknowledge باللي الإيشو هذاك لو كان يصرى لي أنا كي صرى لي وما على باليش واش ما على باليش كيفاش نقدر نحلو تما I just avoided it وهي حاجة normal I guess لازم ندير a long debugging now to solve it. Okay, well, thank you everyone for attending. You can check out the app في link. You can also check out the GitHub repo and maybe try to get it to work on your own. when working on your own application, if it does work for you هذا Prisma, let me know. ثم نقدر نعرف وعلاش ما تمشيش عندي. It's probably something with the environment. I wish you everyone هكذا سهرة ماشي سهرة مليحة وصحة سحوركم. Thank you for attending and have a good night. See ya.